Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Ron Simplified Myers, your uplifting life partner. Today, I wanted to come talk to you guys about the conscious mind versus the unconscious mind. There's a lot of discussion about it. I think, again, people have made a simple process pretty complicated. You only got one mind. I don't think there's such thing as two different minds. You got one. Now, what happens is whatever you are focused on means you're consciously thinking about that particular subject. Makes sense, right? So any other subject is stored in what people are calling the unconscious mind, but it's just stored in your mind. It's not being used at this point. Why? Because it's not what you're focused on. Let's use an analogy of your computer. If you decide you wanted to talk about relationships, you put relationships in the browser, it pulls up all the things that are on the browsers. Now, there's not an unconscious part of the computer. It's just you're focused on one particular area of the computer, the information at this particular point. Because you put relationships in the browser, all the information, different things come up on relationships. Pretty simple, right? If you switch subjects and say, hey, I put money in the browser, guess what? Now, relationships falls back into the background of the computer. It ain't going nowhere. It's not unconscious and attacking you, and it's this vicious enemy that's after you and all. Man, we got people believing they got this part of their mind that's coming after you. It's a villain. It's attacking you. It's vicious. Folks, it's not. Now understand, if you've been, well, we've all been programmed since we were little, continuing to be programmed. Look at the media, look at parents, family, friends, everybody. I'm even programming you right now with information that I'm giving you. So we're always being programmed. So the ideal is just to understand when a subject comes up, all the things that are on your database, your brain, your mind at the time, it all comes to the forefront depending on the subject that we're talking about. So if you have limited resources on that particular subject on your drive, then you may need to go add some more resources, especially if the only information you have is all bad. Example, you talk to people about money. Everything they think when you talk about money is you got to be crooked, you got to rob people. Everything they think, money don't grow on trees. Everything on their database is all negative towards money. Folks, that's not your brain attacking you. That's because that's all the programming you received since you were little, and it's all that's sitting there. So what you have to do, that's why you read the books, the tapes, the webinars, and all that. You're just adding more information to your database, and you're saying, let me go get some, because the stuff that I got right now, it's not helping me get where I want to go. And folks, you know if you got good data because you're getting the results. The results that are showing up in your life is based on the data that you have stored that you're actually using. So if you're not getting the results you want, let's go put some different data in there. We might have to scratch some of this other data out, delete it off our computer, whatever the case may be. We might have to just overwrite it, whatever we got to do. You just need more data. Folks, I don't know. It's just amazing to me. I mean, we're making this subject really complicated, really getting too technical. Folks, it's not. Your brain is just like your computer. Data in, if it's bad data in, it's pulling bad data out when you type it up. You put good stuff in, when you type on that browser, it brings up good stuff. All you have to do is realize, is the data that I have helping me get where I want to go? If not, let's go get some new data. Let's get rid of this old data. Folks, that's all it is. That's why you guys hear me say it's all about stories. You've taken all the data and you've written stories with that data. And the thing is, now you've written it long enough, you actually believe it's the truth. And then you want to argue and fight with people because you go, no, this is the way it is. This is keeping it real. Folks, it's the data that's stored for you. That's why it's working for you, and where you're using it, I should say. I'm not necessarily saying it's working, because if you ain't happy where you're at, it's not working. So look at the data. If it's good, keep using it. If not, folks, rewrite it. But understand, you're not being attacked by your brain. It's not this unconscious vehicle that's just sitting there back, just waiting, folks. There's some bad stuff in there, though, but it was all put there by others. But take responsibility. If you guys have seen me talk about the 100-0 principle, if not, watch that video. Take responsibility for your life, and let's start rewriting some stories if we're not getting the results that we want. And folks, as you know, it ain't right. It ain't wrong. It is my opinion. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.